Good morning, friends. This is Tanya at Sidegigcrafts, and I am here today for Saturday morning makes. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm glad to see you here. Welcome back to my channel if you are a regular, and if you are not, welcome. I hope to inspire you today, and if you have not already, hit that subscribe button. I hope that you'll consider doing that. Really enjoy lots of different kinds of videos, as you can probably see from my playlist. Love lots of things, and I love sharing them with you. So I'm learning a lot on my journey, and I love sharing with you, and I hope that I can inspire you. That is why I'm here. So one of the things I love to do is everything. I love to dabble, love to do hauls, love to paint, love mixed media, love, following different tutorials myself and learning from you all, and I love making things up, and if I need something I try to create it, and I'll share that process with you. And I just really enjoy the friendships and the relationships that I'm building here on YouTube, and I hope that you will consider being a part of that. So thank you all so much for being a part of my journey so far, and I'm going to work a little bit on this book today. If you've been following me along with me, you know that I've got this at the antique bookstore recently. I absolutely love this book. I don't know what it is. It's in German. It's very, very old. It's very, very brittle. And I want to turn it into a journal and save it. I want to be able to use the pages for different projects and journals and such. They're very, very brittle, so they're very hard to work with. I have started using some of them, and I'm finding it quite challenging. So it's going to be important to use these very carefully. And I won't be using them in this journal unless I use them to, I feel like I should use them to help embellish and make it beautiful, and just to put the pages back and show respect to the book. That's my way of showing respect to the book anyway. So I want to save this cover, and I've been debating how to do that. I don't want to fix it. I'm not a book creator or anything. I just, but I want to be able to use it, and I want to show that it has that wear and tear. The pages, like I said, the cover is just falling apart, and so I'm going to need to make it secure so that I can actually use it in a journal. As you can see, it's, well, now it's gutted. It wasn't earlier, but the inside has now graciously fallen out, and I don't have to do it. Maybe it heard it's going to have another life and just gave it up. So we'll just set this aside. I'm okay with that. Thank you, book, because honestly, it was attached recently. I was looking around thinking, what am I going to use for this? And this is silk. It's got a green tint. I don't know if the camera will show it, but as you tip it, it's got green threads in it, and it gives off this glimmer of the green. And it's also got a very, very light in parts of it. I don't know if this part has it. I can't really tell. It's easier in the sunshine. Yes, there is a design on there. It's like stamped into it or threaded into it. It's a really cool, unique design. You can't really see it unless you really, really look very carefully, and I'm sure the camera's not going to pick it up, so I'm not going to bother trying to show you. I've got just scraps of it left. This was a costume, like a Renaissance costume, from years ago, and I knew I wouldn't use it anymore, so I've been using it in my crafts. I've been making tassels and all kinds of silk flowers and different things. So this is all I have left of it. And actually, I might have a bigger piece somewhere now that I think about it. But I want to use this because I don't want to cut up more. I think I can get enough out of this to cover at least these parts. Let me see if this is, I'm going to glue that back down. At least the crevices of here so that it shows through on the other side of the book. I'm going to be using Tyvek to strengthen this, and I think I'm going to glue this piece down just because I don't want to rip it up and make it weaker than it is. So I thought I'd bring you along for this ride a little bit today and see if we can learn something together. I've never put back together a book that was in this bad of shape, and this is in bad shape. It's sturdy. Its pieces just need some love to go back together in a way that will function. That's all. So it's like the pieces are firm, and they're not soft, and it's damaged. It's old. It was from the 1800s, late 1800s, I believe. I don't want to go through the pages and look for the date again because they're mess. They're very, very brittle. I was using some to make, I was making little buttons with them the other day. This is several pages glued together. And as I was gluing them, they were just breaking apart and sticking to my fingers. They were so fragile and delicate. So if I actually tried to bend this just a little bit, the whole thing would just snap like a twig. It's, they're crazy. So, crazy thin too. But I wanted to make some paper buttons, so I've been working on that. I think they'll be cute when they turn out. I'm trying to find a way to, if anybody has any advice on these, I have, well, this one's coated on both sides, it looks like. I've actually used distressed ink and oxide ink to try different things around the edges to make the browning, to make it stain look older and vintage. But, and you're supposed to put a clear coat of something over it to make it shiny. But I'm finding that no matter what ink I use on here, it seems that the, I've tried glue, I've tried, where are my things? I've tried pearl drops, I've tried, what else? I feel like there was something else. I've tried a whole handful of things. I've tried the Nuvo drops, I've tried the pearl drops, Little Birdie, I've tried glue, I've tried, I feel like I tried another glue too, but it's all lifting the color out and you can't see the distress anymore. It's just a darker piece of paper. So if anybody has any pointers, I'd really appreciate. I tried Mod Podge. That didn't work either. It all lifted it out, the color out. And it was just an even color all the way across. I don't have the button. I think the buttons kind of scooted off my desk as I was working. Got a whole pile of them here, but the ones I actually did just really, it didn't work. And I want to be able to do that. So if you have any ideas, let me know in the comment box, because I'm open to trying them. I want to make them work, but I also want that distressed look. It's kind of pointless to me to put it in a distressed looking book if they don't look distressed. So anyways, I'm not working on buttons today. Let's work on this. I need something strong here. We're going to use a Tyvek envelope. And as I say that, I wonder if I have any. I think I do. I mean, I know I did. Yes, I have some. So we're going to use that to make this sturdy. I'm hoping that this fabric isn't going to show. I might have to put a piece of paper between it because I don't know if this is going to show through. I think we'll be okay. All right, so we're going to trim this up. And I know that my paper trimmer does not like Tyvek at all. So let's measure this here. We're going to go the same depth of the book, just a little shy. I don't want that white sticking out. So let's just go, I think I'm just going to go from the paper to the paper, because I'm okay if the top frays and wears a little bit more, but I don't want the paper to show at all. We're going to be covering that. So what did I just say? I said, I don't think I said it out loud, 5 3/4, let's say. 5 3/4. So I hope everybody's doing great. It's been very, 5 3/4. It's been a great week for me. It's been busy. It's been a little hectic, just the way I like it. 5 3/4. Been able to get quite a bit done this week, which is nice. Been working on lots of projects I'll be sharing with you guys. Been receiving happy mails and entries for my challenge, which has been wonderful. The support has been fantastic. If you guys have not seen that video yet, we've got till April 15th. You can still join in on the fun. I'm not going to go into all the rules and all that stuff right now, but you guys can check out that video. And let's see here. There we go. I think, yeah. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I've got pieces, and I'm thinking, I mean, I don't think I have a piece here that's going to be this big. And I'm okay with piecing it together because it's not going to show a lot. It's just on that back side, like I said, where the seams go. That's going to cover most of it, actually. That's going to be important. So I think that I just need a piece big enough for that. I'd love it if this little frayed edge would stick out. So I'm going to make sure that's sticking out. And I was even thinking maybe I could cut this to go over it. Wouldn't that be pretty, peeking through peeking through the cover? Because I think that no matter, unless I put a piece of paper over the outside to cover this, no matter what I put in here is going to show through here, and I'm okay with it. That's kind of what I'm aiming for. I want it to look old and distressed, and I think that's going to be lovely. So I think that if I did the fabric with lace over it, I think I'm going to really love that. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to trim this up. I'm going to use my fabric scissors. They're longer and would probably be a better... I don't know if you guys can tell, I'm a little nervous about this. I don't want to mess it up. I don't want to mess up the book. I really want to show it the respect it deserves. It's been around a very long time. I don't know what the book is. I mean, it could be some horrible topic, and I'm sitting here talking about giving it respect. It could be, I don't know, it could be something horrible, and I'm all, let's give it respect. I just mean the book has been around this long, so I want to preserve it how I can. You know, I want to do my part to preserve it. I can only appreciate such things. Okay, so shoot, here's my dilemma is I love these edges. I wish it was longer. I wish it was. These pieces aren't going to be quite big enough. I mean, I could put another piece down here to make that happen. And that's what I will do if I can't do it any other way. I think that's what I'm going to do. So here's, is it big enough? Let's do that. Let's just trim this one up. Trim this one up. Okay, I think this is all the fabric I'm actually going to need out of that. So let's put that in my little dumpster right behind me. I just want it right here anyway. I don't care if it goes all the way across. In fact, I'll probably leave that there. But I think I'm going to just patchwork it like that. And then this I want over those creases, and I think it's going to be, let's make sure it's not too long. Oh, I'm so nervous about this. Why am I so nervous? Just do it. Just do it. Okay. You guys, I'm so nervous. Why? All right, here's what I'm going to do. Whew, here goes. I mean, there's only one of these books. I can't mess it up. But the part that I'm doing isn't going to mess it up because I'm going to do this first and make sure it'll work before I ever glue it into the book. So it's not like I'm ruining anything right now. And yet I'm still nervous. I feel like this is important. It's probably only important to me. Does anybody else get like that? Who gets like that? My goodness, it's not that, it's just paper and glue. Paper and fabric, silk, you know, and old books, like ancient books, antique books. Books I don't want to destroy because somebody else might have enjoyed it and I feel blessed to have it. Yeah, that kind of pressure. Huh. Okay, let's put this just above the edge. I want that fray to show of this beautiful silk. God, I love this fabric. I looked good in it too. I was a lot younger. I was cuter, you know. No way it would fit me now. No way. Okay, so with this stretched out, yeah, it's still too short to go over the edge, which is fine. That's totally fine. And I'm hoping that this glue doesn't show spots when it goes. I mean, it just has to show through the crevice. It's fine. This one, I'm going to go there, just barely. I'm going to go ahead and fray that a little more. Breathe, breathe, breathe. It's almost over. Okay. I just need it, I don't know if I'm in camera, I just need it in the middle of this section, because really this piece is just for that. I just want that sticking out the bottom. I guess I don't really need all this then, huh? Not that it's a problem, but I'll just get it out of the way. Look at that. Okay, so that should work. Should show. Okay. Okay. We're getting there. And if there are any glue spots on here, which I don't think there will be, well, there might be. I mean, it's glue and it's fabric and you just, I mean, you know. But this is going to go over it, so it should do well to disguise that, even if. So I think I can cut this a little bit shorter. I'm going to save those bits because I'm going to use them somewhere in that journal, just to make it, you know, all come together. And I can go shorter still. Or do I want to? Yeah, I do. I want to go a little bit shorter still. These don't need to stick out. This one doesn't need to stick out the ends, but I really do want to make sure the other one does. So there we go. I like that a lot better. Okay, that's going to go. Okay, let's do this. Oh, gosh darn, I'm nervous. It doesn't have to be crazy glued. Crazy glue, that's a brand. But I do need to make sure that it stays. I'm sure it will. I'm not gonna, I don't think I want to fuss with the middle part. I think I just want to make sure it's attached on the outsides. And I hope that's the right answer there. So I'm gonna just hold this for a few minutes, not minutes, but for a little bit. Make sure that it sticks on there because it doesn't seem to want to. Thinking about my coffee over here. Yummy. All the hot chocolate is melted to the or sunk to the bottom. You guys comment about my coffee a lot. So I have a Keurig, and I go and I work at a store that has bulk coffees, and we have the flavored I love flavored coffee. I'm not a big fan. Well, I'll drink regular coffee, but that's not my favorite. I mean, if I'm going to do it, why not enjoy it, right? And get my favorite. So I love the flavored coffees, and I get the molten chocolate, and I get chocolate peanut butter cup the most. Those are my favorites right now. And then I put a little bit of hot chocolate in there for sweetness, for sugar. And I've been doing that since high school. When I worked at the pizza place, they had, we could drink free drinks all the time. They had hot chocolate and they had coffee, coffee. And I would mix them because we didn't have any sugar. At a pizza place, they don't usually carry sugar. And, you know, it's not like we had tea. And anyway, so I would mix them, and I really like my coffee like that. So I put the hot chocolate in my coffee. And then I always have whipped cream in my my refrigerator. You guys, you're gonna laugh at me, but the reason why I always have whipped cream in my refrigerator is for my dog. It's my dog's whipped cream. She is not well potty trained, but she knows that's the way I can get her out the door in the morning, is to give her hot chocolate, or not hot chocolate, to give her whipped cream when she comes inside. And before everybody gets all upset about me giving my 10-year-old dog whipped cream, because it's probably not that great for her, but I told the vet, and she said, do it. Do whatever it takes. Make her happy. She's lived a good life. So I have the blessings from my vet. Anyway, so it's hers, and we share it. She has to share. Okay, so here's my thing. Now, to make this work, I'm going to have to make sure these are actually attached to the Tyvek. So that means I'm going to have to glue, like seriously glue here, here on each of these corners, each of these edges, and I'm wondering what the best way to do that is, if that's going to be hot glue or paper glue. And I have one chance to get this right. Okay, so it's going to have to actually attach to the paper as well as the fabric. I have liquid stitch. This might be the best answer, actually. It's a fabric adhesive, it's a fabric glue. Ooh, makes me nervous. Now, the glue won't show through the fabric because the fabric is only intended to show through the cracks in the binding. So I'm not too worried about that. I just want to make sure it stays and doesn't, you know, doesn't get lumpy like hot glue might. I want it to work well. I don't have a spreader, so I guess I'm going to use my fingers. Here we go. Let's see if I can get this out even. Probably shouldn't tap it on there because I'm going to end up tearing it. Sorry for the tap, tap, tap. I guess a paintbrush would get that out faster than, you know, this. Let's see if I can reach one. That might be a good idea. God, I hate using these brushes. These are really expensive brushes. I shouldn't be using this. Nope, nope, nope. Nope, nope. Well, I can use this end. That won't hurt it. I gotta get back into my watercolors, you guys. It's kind of where I started this journey, and I still love it, but it's been a long time since I picked up my watercolors. Well, it's one of the things that got me to this journey, I should say. Definitely not a pro at watercolor, but I do enjoy it. It's very relaxing, very different medium. It's I want to say it's not very forgiving, but it is. It just depends on how you use it, I guess. But I love the way the colors just kind of melt into the paper, and it's just very interesting. They kind of do their own thing. You put it on the paper and it kind of just goes. I love that. You get what you get. That's not true. I mean, there's a lot of technique that goes along with it, and you can do a lot. But there is a lot of unknown about watercolors, because you just, you know, it flows where it's going to flow. You know, water does that. It just kind of goes where it needs to, and the color goes along with it, and it's just beautiful. Really beautiful medium. It's not easy, and I'm not the best at it, but I do enjoy it. Okay, here we go. Time will tell if this is the right answer or not. Whew. Let's start with the middle. Make sure that's pressed down nice and good. And then this part. And then I'll have different cover page. This is all going to be covered, so the Tyvek envelope is not going to show, you guys. I'll have something covering that too. Should have taken my anxiety meds this morning. Oh my goodness, I'm a mess. No, I just hope I do this justice. That's all I want to do. Just do it justice, make it pretty. Make it a piece of art that, you know, I see the cover as a piece of art anyway. I think it's beautiful. I'm very attached to this book for some reason. I don't know why. I just think it's amazing. I don't care what the words are. I just think it's amazing. I hope I'm not. It's German. I don't know what it says. All right. There we go. But I'm German, so, you know, I don't know. Maybe that's why it resonates. I think it's cool. I just think it's cool. Okay. I'm scared to turn this over and check it, but I'm scared to ruin it. That's the biggest thing. And like I said, I'm going to cover this, so it's okay if it's not perfect on this side. So make sure it's really pressed down, that it's really connected before I turn it over. There it goes. Oof. Okay, so when we fold it, oh man, it's not exactly what I wanted. Can't really see it, can you? I guess you can. Yeah, when it's open like that. So I think, though, that I'm going to still have to do some doctoring on this side, unfortunately. I don't want to glue this shut. I want it to stay looking like just like that. But I think I'm still going to have to do some work just to make it clean, and not too much, though. I think it's okay. This is going to be really brittle to handle. So I am going to put some glue in there. Again, I'm not trying to just destroy a book. I'm trying to make it last. And it might have a different use. It might have a different meaning in life now. But I want it to last. I want somebody to enjoy it. So let's just kind of clean that up a little bit. Give it some love. I don't want it to be perfect. I want it to be beautiful. Kind of like makeup. I was taught growing up that makeup is to enhance your natural beauty, not to cover it up. Okay? Now I don't wear any. I'm just beautiful. And I'm kidding. All right. Yeah, this will work. It will work. I wish the fabric showed through a little bit more. Oh, actually, it really does. It really does. It's I don't know if you can see it as well in the camera as I can right now, but when it folds just so, and that's actually what I wanted. I want it to peek. So I'm going to just stop fussing with it for now and put it down and leave it alone. So you guys, I think that's all I'm going to do on this today. If you enjoy it and want to see how it turns out, definitely hit that subscribe button and follow along, because this could be interesting. Like I said, I'm learning as I go. I'm not somebody that's practiced in this. This is not a tutorial. I'm not saying that this is the right way to do it. I'm maybe totally jacking it up, but I'm going to try, and I think it'll be fun, and hopefully you'll learn from my mistakes. Or maybe if you've got pointers, I'd love to hear those too. I love to interact with you guys. So follow along and let's see what we can do to make just this a gorgeous journal. I'm not going to be, well, I say I'm not going to be. I may actually use a little bit of gold gilding wax over the top of this. Maybe that would be a very final, very committed thing to do, and I'm not sure I'm ready to make that decision, or I might just leave it the way it is. Like I said, it's gorgeous. It's a work of art, I feel, and I really want to do justice to this book. So if you're interested in seeing how that goes and how it turns out, please follow along, hit the subscribe button, and I'm going to see you guys in the next video. Take care, have a wonderful weekend, and be safe. Bye-bye.